Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jamaica News in Review. Jamaica Zoo responds to viral lion-biting video. Jamaica Zoo Attractions has responded to a video which went viral over the weekend showing a zone attendant's finger being bitten by a lion at the St. Elizabeth Base facility. In a media release on Sunday, the management of the facility said it prides itself with the love, care and professional treatment of animals. The company identified the injured man as a contractor. The actions displayed in a video by a contractor of Jamaica Zoo is tragic and do not represent the safety procedures and policies that must be adhered to at all times at Jamaica Zoo, the release read. The company said it is currently reviewing the video with a view of preventing any future recurrences. It is an unfortunate event that should never have happened, and we, the family of Jamaica Zoo, are doing everything to assist the gentleman in moving forward. We do hope you will continue to support Jamaica Zoo. We have always been and will continue to be a safe place for you and your family to visit, the release said. Visitors to the facility were on Friday left in shock after witnessing the zoo attendant's finger being severed by the lion. Green Island High School student drowns in Hanover. The Kingsville police in Hanover have commenced an investigation into the death of a teenage student who reportedly drowned while swimming in a river in the community on Friday afternoon. She has been identified as 17-year-old Chevanney Besley of Cousins Cove in Green Island, Hanover, and a student of Green Island High School also in the parish. According to reports, shortly after 3 p.m., Chevanney and a group of friends traveled to Ginger Hill in Kingsville and went swimming in the Horton Tower River. The teenage girl reportedly got into difficulties, was pulled underwater and got trapped in a cave where she drowned. A search party later fished her body from the river. She was transported to the Noel Holmes Hospital in Nosey, where she was pronounced dead. One family member told reporters that the young lady was very caring, loving, jovial, and always willing to help others. She was also noted as a promising student who was in the process of completing her final year of school. Chopper Banks killed in shootout with cops. Dancer recording artist Chopper Banks was gunned down in confrontation with the police on Saturday. The chop mood artist, whose real name is Twin Hall, was killed during a dramatic daylight shootout that claimed the life of one of St. Anne's most wanted man, 42-year-old Manton Brown, also known as Banton, and also injured a policeman. According to a release from the communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Corporate Communications Unit CCU, the artist was aboard a white Toyota Crown motor car before 4 p.m. on Saturday on a section of the North-South Highway when it was intercepted by members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch. Upon the approach of the police, the men aboard the vehicle immediately began firing at lawmen in a resulting gunfire that CCU said. One of the shooters has been identified as 42-year-old Martin Brown, while Chopper Banks was also shot. Both men died later at hospital. The status of the policeman will be updated in short order. Chopper Banks, who hails from Queen's Heights address in Discovery Bay, St. Anne, was known for singles such as Chopper Mood, which was released a month ago. Dream, his most popular song, Bingo. 5 in hospital following crash along Kingston Spring Road. 5 people are in hospital after a driver lost control of his motor vehicle and crashed into a light pole along Kingston Spring Road, St. Andrew. The incident occurred about 6:30 a.m. near a Ruby's gas station, close to the intersection with Dunrobin Avenue. Some establishments near the area have been left without electricity as a result of the incident, reporters understand. A witness told reporters that the driver had to be cut from the wreckage by firefighters. 3 of the occupants were unconscious when they were rushed to hospital. Their conditions are not known at this time. The police are investigating. Body found in Old Harbour. The police in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, were at the scene in a community of Bullet Tree where the body of a man was found in a hole. It is believed that the body could be that of 24-year-old man from the community who has been missing since last Wednesday. The Old Harbour police say it will take the team some time to complete its initial examination. They are growing concerned about violence in the fishing village. A week ago, the skeletal remains of a female were found in bushes near Browns Hall. Shotty succumbs to injuries from Grand Spend gun attack. Ricardo Ferron, most popularly called Shotty, of a St. Catherine address who was shot and injured during a gun attack in Grand Spend, St. Andrew, has died. Ferron was hospitalized in serious condition after a shooting incident on Saturday night. The deceased has been visiting his girlfriend at the time. Reports are that Ferron was at the rear of the premises when a car drove up and a man alighted from the vehicle opening fire. Ferron was later discovered suffering from gunshot wounds to his head and hand and taken to hospital. 5 murders in 4 days in Western Jamaica. 5 people have been killed across Western Jamaica over the past 4 days. The most recent incidents occurred between Friday night into Saturday morning, as 3 men were shot dead and 2 left injured in separate incidents in the parishes of Hanover and Westmoreland. Those killed have been identified as 28-year-old Ryan Dunkley, a bike taxi operator from Orange Bay, 39-year-old Garrett Phillips, otherwise called Twinner, a musician from Cadwell District, both from Green Island, Hanover, and 39-year-old Junior Francis, otherwise called Plummer, a construction worker in Westmoreland. Phillips and a group of men were standing outside a bar in the Green Island community about 8:15 p.m. when a motor vehicle drove up. The occupants of the car opened fire on the men, hitting Phillips and 2 others before speeding away. The victims were taken to Noel Holmes Hospital in Nosey, where Phillips was pronounced dead and the other 2 men admitted. In the other incident, about 3:30 a.m. on Saturday, Dunkley was at home with his family members when men armed with handguns kicked the front door open and held them at gunpoint. They then opened fire, hitting Dunkley multiple times. He was pronounced dead at hospital. The bullet-riddled body of the 3rd murder victim, Francis, was discovered lying in a pool of blood along the roadway in Barker's Field about 5 a.m. on Saturday. Earlier in the week, 40-year-old Dwayne Russell, otherwise called Sampson, a farmer of Spring Gardens in Kensington, St. James, and 31-year-old Karen Dixon, otherwise called Manfred, of Tucker Irwin, were both shot and killed in the parish of St. James. Russell was killed on his farm about 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday, while Dixon was gunned down along the Retirement Maid Road about 5:30 in the afternoon. Since the start of the year, 176 persons have been murdered across Western Jamaica, with all 4 western parishes seeing an increase in murders compared to last year. The parish of St. James has accounted for 91 murders since the start of the year, Westmoreland 50, Trelawney 16, and Hanover 19. Gang feud led to motorcyclist death. Police say an ongoing gang feud led to the killing of a motorcyclist and the injuring of his pillion on Hagley Park Road, St. Andrew last week. Jermaine Evans, 34, a farmer of Colorado Meadows, Kingston 20, was shot dead while he and another man waited on a motorbike. Police said the 2 men went to purchase auto parts at an automotive part shop on Hagley Park Road when they were attacked by gunmen. Evans died on the spot while the pillion was hospitalized. Commanding officer for the St. Andrew South Police Division, Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, said investigations so far have unearthed that a gang feud led to the attack. We believe that the incident occurred as a result of an ongoing gang feud between Veteran City and Colonel Meadows, SSP Ricketts told reporters. He said the police are making efforts to break up these gangs and bring those responsible to justice. The Hunts Bay police reported that about 1:30 p.m., Evans and the pillion were pounced upon by armed men who opened gunfire, hitting them before fleeing in a nearby motorcar. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the men were seen with multiple gunshot wounds. The police stated that both men were taken to hospital, where Evans died and the other man was admitted. Popular Westmoreland barber shot dead. A well-known Westmoreland barber was shot dead at his barber shop along the Petersfield Main Road on Sunday night. Dead is 43-year-old Ron Fennell, otherwise called Barber, or Zuki, from a Hartford district address in the parish. Reports from the Whitton police are that about 10 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned them. Fennell was later discovered with gunshot wounds and was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The deceased sister, Marcia Dixon, told reporters that her brother was hardworking and popular. He's a hard-working person. He's well known. I him trim the police and lawyers. He's even friend with the Costas, shared a distraught Dixon. Dixon is struggling to come to terms with her brother's death. Me turn idiot when me hear the news. Me dash when me clothes, Dixon said. She said she would have preferred to hear that he died from a crash or illness. I better him did sick and dead, Dixon added. Him dead mash up everything. Labor Day plans, right now, me a labor in pain. His in-law, Loretta Martley, told reporters. Martley said the family would be cooking up a storm and Finel would be cleaning and cutting the yard for Labor Day. However, his death has dampened their holiday plans. Marlene Curlew, a woman with whom the deceased shared 3 children, said she is in shock. Nobody no sleep last night. This is unexpected, the grieving woman said. She is worrying about her children, especially her daughter, who will be sitting external exams in a few days. I'm in disbelief, were the only words his daughter Kimon could manage to utter, as tears flowed down her cheeks into her laptop. Finel's customers also mourn as they described him as the #1 barber, noting that he is the one that trims the big shots. Wolmer student drowns, teen said to be Sugar Minot's grandson. A 4th form student of Wolmer's Boys School drowned during a bridge trip at Somerton Falls in Hope Bay, Portland on Sunday. David Minot, who is said to be the grandson of the late reggae icon, Sugar Minot, drowned during a church trip. He was from Errol Avenue, Kingston 13. It is reported that about 2 p.m., Minot was among a group of people who went swimming. He was last seen alive, sitting on a rock shortly before lifeguards found his body below the surface of the water. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Minot was well known at the school. He served as the public relations officer for the Inner Schools Christian Fellowship and was also a Passion and Purity rep at the institution. A Passion and Purity video on YouTube shows the young man talking about his love for Christ. Efforts to speak to members of his family proved futile on Monday afternoon. Facebook, Instagram to reveal more on how ads target users. Facebook parent Meta said it will start publicly providing more details about how advertisers target people with political ads just months ahead of the United States midterm elections. The announcement follows years of criticism that the social media platform withhold too much information about how campaigns, special interest groups, and politicians use the platform to target small pockets of people with polarizing, decisive, and misleading messages. Meta, which also owns Instagram, said it will start releasing details in July about the demographic and interests of audience who are targeted with ads that run on its 2 primary social networks. The company will also share how much advertisers spend in an effort to target people in certain states. By making advertisers targeting criteria available for analysis and reporting on ads run about social issues, elections, and politics, we hope to help people better understand the practices used to reach potential voters on our technologies, Jeff King wrote in a statement posted to Meta's website. The new details could shed more light on how politicians spread misleading or controversial political messages among certain groups of people. Advocacy groups and Democrats, for example, have argued for years that misleading political ads are overwhelming the Facebook feed of Spanish-speaking populations. The information will be showcased in the Facebook Ad Library, a public database that already shows how many companies, politicians, or campaigns spend on each ad they run across Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Currently, anyone can see how much a page has spent running on an ad, and a breakdown of the ages, gender, and states or countries an ad is shown in. The information will be available across 242 countries when a social issue, political, or election ad is run, Meta said in a statement. Meta collected $86 billion in revenue during 2020, the last major U.S. year election, thanks in part to its granular ad targeting system. Facebook's ad system is so customizable that advertisers can target a single user out of billions on the platform if they wanted. Meta said in its announcement Monday that it will provide researchers with new details that show the interest categories advertisers selected when they try to target people on the platform. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates. There needs to be focus on life after bauxite, says Minister. Minister of Transport and Mining Arthur Shaw is cautioning that although, if properly managed, this South Central parish has in excess of 15 years of bauxite mining remaining, there needs to be focus on life after the industry. It would be a dangerous mistake if we do not plan for life after bauxite and alumina, he told political and business leaders at the Manchester Bauxite and Alumina Industry Conference held at Northern Caribbean University NCU on Thursday. The conference, which was organized by Anthony Freckleton, led Manchester Parish Development Committee, in partnership with the Ministry of Transport and Mining, focused on the state of the bauxite and alumina industry and its effects. Minister Shaw saw the extraction of rare earth minerals is fundamental to accessing the way forward. The future of extractive industry will include the exploration and development of other minerals such as limestone. Incidentally, we have the largest limestone deposits in the entire Caribbean region, he said. He added that the exploration of the country's natural resources is pivotal. We have at least one investor who has invested substantial amounts of money targeting rare earth minerals, and the preliminary indication that we have is that Jamaica is a blessed country. We have resources. There is gold in this country. There is copper in this country. There are other rare earth minerals in this country. And we have reached that point now where we have to spread out our ways beyond bauxite and look for the other God-given items that we have in this country, he reasoned. More than $1 billion has been spent by mineral exploration company GFX Jamaica Limited following preliminary findings from a series of exploration activities done locally, through which it seeks to confirm commercial finds in gold, copper and rare earth minerals. It is considered to be the largest exploration program in the mining industry outside of bauxite, as it relates to the project which began in April 2018. Minister Shaw said the transformation of the industry will benefit communities. A key strategy of Jamaica's national mineral policy is to transform the Bauxite Communities Development Program into a Minerals Community Development Program, extending investment to communities that have been impacted by general mining activities beyond bauxite and facilitating community development from resources generated from the sector, he said. The Manchester North East Member of Parliament pointed out that there are plans for the development of hauled roads into public roads to facilitate the improvement of the Manchester road network system. We want to use Manchester as a model for other parishes where mining is taking place. We want to use this as a standard at which we operate. There are numerous challenges, including the absence of piped water in some communities, but we are on the right track to ensure that the industry is beneficial to the country as a whole, he assured. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.